Hello and good morning. It is 9:19 a.m. on September the 9th of 2021. And we're looking at FEMA. This is something I just now found out. FEMA offers assistance to people in times of disaster and things of that nature. And I just now saw that they offer funeral assistance for those people who on their death certificates have COVID-19 as the cause of death, signed by the person who does the death certificates. Now, this is a very sensitive subject. Okay, so with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you and thank you for being here. We are all affected by what's happening. And then, a lot of people have been dying. People have lost their loved ones, their friends, their neighbors, everyone. A lot of people, and this was put on the death certificate. And if you're having trouble, wondering how you're going to pay for your funeral, this is important. This is important information. This is a very odd video for me to do. I'm telling you, it seems really odd, but this is what they have on their website, and we're going to go to this website. I hope this is okay, you all. I do, because if they pay, it says up to $9,000 per individual and or $35,000 per household. I didn't know that. I didn't. I know that FEMA does help in times of need, but I knew nothing about this, you all. Nothing. Okay, I didn't. So I'm going to come over here to my channel. I'm going to see if I'm on here live. I hope I'm live. If I'm not, then I don't know what to say about it. I am live, you all. This is not a popular topic, and I don't know if you've seen this on any other channels. Yeah. And I am so sorry if you all have lost your loved ones. I am so sorry that has happened. I am, you all. Because you don't know what a person's going through. Okay, you don't. The pain, the hurt that they feel from it. Okay, and but their memory is still there. Their memory, who they are, is still there within your heart. Okay, it's something that will never fade away. Okay, you can't take the spirit of your person away, the memory of them, and it's very difficult through these trying times. I want to take you all over here to the FEMA website, if that's okay, you all. If that's okay, I want to take you over there. I want to show you that if you're needing assistance, because times are very hard, very hard. People have lost jobs, they've lost their income, they're barely making it, and then on top of that, I don't know how well this works, but they say in here, this is official FEMA website, you all, is what it is, an official FEMA website. Yeah. Sandy from the UK. FEMA pays out in all kinds of times of emergencies. I've had a lot of family who were affected by floods in Utica, Indiana. When the floodwaters rose, their homes got flooded out. Completely flooded out, and FEMA came in, gave them the money to rebuild their homes. Okay, so I think that's good. I really do think it's good. Now, granted, sometimes what they offer is not enough to make up for the loss, but something's better than nothing. Okay, it is. What's happening may not be right. Okay, it's not right. On all levels, what's happening in the world, it's wrong. People are suffering, is what they're doing. But we're going to go over there. They won't let you leave a message on here. And then it cut you off and won't let you post. You remember that, Lori? Yeah, in Indiana. I've had family members whose homes literally they were not too far from the Ohio River, and you know it even happened even more recently. They just flooded their homes out. So I want to go over to the FEMA is what I want to do, you all. Again, this is not a topic that some would want to even cover, but that's okay. We can cover it. Somebody's got to cover it. If there's assistance out there, you want to know about it. You do, I promise you. I want to know about it if there's assistance. So you can see this is FEMA.gov, Disaster Coronavirus Economic Funeral Assistance, in case you didn't know. You can find, I've also put the, I put this information right here in the description of my video, how you can contact them, you all. And, you know, it's worth a shot. Look at the different languages. So the pandemic has brought overwhelming grief to many families. And at FEMA, our mission is to help people before, during, and after disasters. We are dedicated to helping ease some of the financial stress and burden caused by the virus. And under the Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriation Acts of 2021 and the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, FEMA is providing financial assistance for COVID-19 related funeral expenses incurred after January the 20th, 2020. So you can see right here how to apply this information. I've not called it. I've not had to call it. I hope I don't have to call it. So on June the 29th, we amended the funeral assistant policy to assist with COVID-19 related deaths that occurred in the early months of the pandemic. The policy will allow applicants to submit a signed statement from the certifying official on the death certificate. Okay, it has to be signed, a signed statement by the certifying official on the death certificate or the local medical examiner or the coroner that attributes the death to the COVID-19 death that occurred between the January 20th and May 16th of 2020. So let me bring this back to me, you all. So you can see that you have to have the certifying medical examiner. It has to be on that death certificate before you can receive assistance. And it said something also, there's a lot of, there's people who are exempt from this assistance. And there are things that this assistance will not cover. And I want to show you that. I don't want this to be a long video. I don't. Okay, so who is eligible? Your death occurred after May the 16th of 2020. It has to be attributed to the COVID-19. And again, this is not, I don't even know why, I don't even know why I'm doing this video, you all. But I feel led. I was drawn to this. I do whatever my spirit is drawn to. I will report on it. I will share it. Okay, it has to be a signed statement by the original certifier of the death certificate, you all. Yes. So we can see if you've had COVID-19 funeral expenses, we encourage you to keep and gather the documentation, including you need to have your official death certificate that shows it occurred in the United States, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. territories. And if it was issued between January the 20th and May 16th of 2020, it must either attribute the death directly or indirectly to COVID-19 or be accompanied by a signed statement from the original certifier of the death certificate. Okay, and if the death was issued May 17th, 2020 or later, it has to attribute the death to the COVID. You can find additional resources. This is really interesting because you know what? Okay, yeah, so how to apply the funeral assistance policy. There's the funeral assistance policy. You can see it. Who is eligible? So you have who is eligible. You all, when I looked at this on my laptop, you know what happened? I saw something much different on my laptop. Because it literally, it pointed out, how on earth did it show up on my laptop like that, you all? Because I want to show you, if my laptop will allow me, I want to show you, I probably can't get it on here, the screenshot of it. Oh my gosh. You all, it literally, on my laptop, the FEMA website literally disappeared off my laptop. I don't know how that's possible, you all. I'm going to go into my history and see if I can see it. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so, okay. Frequently, who cannot apply. Okay. Yeah, this is really strange. I'm gonna disconnect my laptop, and I'm gonna turn it into a tablet. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna disconnect it. I'm gonna turn it into a tablet. Gina, honey, can you? I looked a little weird on there like that, you all. So you may not be able to see it, but I've got this tablet, so you can't see it. It ain't gonna show up, but I got this on my tablet. So I'm gonna read you what it says on my tablet. It has more information on it about how can you avoid delays in processing your application. You're encouraged to provide your documentation. They said what funeral expenses are covered. They include but are not limited to cremation, interment. I need to get to this website, you all. I need to get to what I'm seeing on my... okay, you all. It's under the frequently asked questions because this is important. Frequently asked questions. So let me come over here to this screen. I need to get to if there is even any frequently asked questions on here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I wanted to go to this. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, look. So what funeral expenses are covered? They're covered. They typically include, but are not limited to, funeral services, cremation, interment. I don't know what interment means, you all. I really don't. I want to type in interment, interment, to find the definition. Oh, it's the imprisonment of people, commonly in large groups without charges or intent to file charges. The term is especially used for the confinement of enemy citizens in wartime or terrorism suspects. So FEMA does not, it's not limited to interment. So that's strange. That is strange, you all. Yes, I think it's wonderful that FEMA is providing assistance. So not limited to, so we're going to look at not limited to means. What does not limited to mean? Okay. It means any of these could be used for that, including skateboarding, cycling. It refers to different things or elements as a part of a group or things of elements. It's to ensure that the reader understands that the list of items referred to are some examples of items within a group, but there may be more. So these are some of the items within a group. Okay, so we got that much, you all. We got that much. So funeral expenses, cremation, interment, transportation for up to 2 individuals to identify the deceased individual, the transfer of the remains, the casket or urn, a burial plot or cremation niche, a marker or a headstone, a clergy or officiant services, arrangement of the funeral ceremony, use of funeral home equipment or staff, costs associated with producing and certifying multiple death certificates, additional expenses mandated by any applicable local or state government law ordinances. Hello there, gang, bang, bang, mucka bang. So, you all, this is important. This is really this is a very important video, especially considering the day that we live in. they got this money. You need to get that money to pay for your funeral. They got the place that, okay, here's who can apply. If you qualify, if you are a U.S. citizen, a non-citizen national, or qualified alien who incurred funeral expenses, it has to be a death of somebody in the United States. Who cannot apply? States, tribes, territories, businesses, organizations, or other entities. A minor child applying on behalf of an adult who is not a U.S. citizen, a non-citizen, national, or qualified alien. However, a minor child, excuse me, who is a U.S. citizen, a non-citizen, national, or qualified alien can apply if they are directly incurred funeral expenses for COVID-19 related death, and the documentation asserts that, there's several categories of aliens who are not eligible for FEMA's individual household programs, including COVID-19 funeral. These individuals include, but are not limited to, citizens of the Federated States of Micronesia, Palau, the Republic of the Marshall Islands, temporary tourist visa holders, foreign students, temporary visa workers. Okay, so when you call, it takes 20 minutes. You all, let me say this right now. I'm going to put this to me. So, no, Gina, put it to you. You all, I'm not good at doing this. So that is the list of people. And it takes 20 minutes to fill that application out. 20 minutes. So I'm going to go back to the screen, you all. I hope this is all right, because this needs to be brought out. You need to know where you can get assistance in this time of need. Okay, you do. So I'm going to go back to it, and I sure hope that it's fine. Yeah. So you have to have all your documentation. So they'll cover it for funeral expenses, cremation, interment. You can be in an interment, and again, we defined interment as the imprisonment of people, commonly in large groups, without charges or intent to file charges. The term is especially used for the confinement of enemy citizens in wartime or of terrorism suspects. So it will cover that, and arrangements of your ceremony and all that. Can a funeral home apply? No. I was responsible for funeral expenses for more than one person whose death was attributed to COVID-19. Can I apply for COVID-19 funeral assistance for more than one death? If you incurred funeral expenses for more than one individual, you may receive at a maximum $9,000 per deceased individual and a maximum of $35,500 per application per state, U.S. territory, or District of Columbia in cases where the applicant incurred funeral expenses for multiple deceased individuals. So you can find a whole lot of information here on FEMA and in the frequently asked questions, and I would encourage you to use it. They'll even tell how you define a non-citizen, national, or a qualified alien. There's a lot of things like this, you all. So you need to... Many funeral homes offer funeral service packages, and do they have to be itemized on a funeral bill, or can they be the package? The cost of the funeral must be listed separately. Your documentation must include the name of the individual responsible for the cost, the deceased individual's name, the total amount of funeral expenses, and the date of the funeral expenses were occurred. So this is all the documentation you need: your Social Security, date of birth, current mailing address, current telephone number, location of address where the individual died, information about burial or funeral insurance policies, information about funeral assistance received, such as donations, routing and account numbers. So you all, tells you your death certificate has to certify it was COVID-19. So that's what you have to do, and you wait for your eligibility decision. There was something on here that I wanted to point out, and I'm trying to think of where was it at with the COVID. It was something about prearranged funerals. If you have prepaid your funeral, some people have, it does not I think it doesn't cover that because you already paid for that. What happens if I have a funeral or burial insurance policy, but the policy covers only part of the funeral expenses? Any funding designated specifically for funeral costs is considered a duplication and is not eligible for reimbursement. This includes burial or funeral insurance, pre-planned or prepaid funeral contract, or prepaid trust for funeral expenses, or irrevocable trust from Medicaid. COVID-19 related funeral expenses that occurred on or after January the 20th, 2020 and exceeded the funding of which you had to pay this cost, FEMA will evaluate your receipts, they may, and other documentation for eligible costs not covered by those funds to ensure that there is no duplication. If you had to pay $10,000 for a funeral, where the funeral burial insurance only covered $8,000, you may be eligible for $2,000 with COVID-19 assistance. Okay, pre-planned funerals eligible for COVID-19 funeral assistance? No. Any source of payment designated specifically to pay for a funeral prior to the death is considered a duplication and it's not eligible. Pre-planned or prepaid funeral contracts, prepaid trust for funeral expenses, irrevocable trust from Medicaid, financial assistance from voluntary or any other sources designated, any COVID-19 funeral assistance will be reduced. Okay, so you all, if you're just tuning in, I'm covering a very different topic, but in case you did not know, FEMA has COVID-19 funeral assistance that they will help you with, and this is a touchy subject. It's a very sensitive subject, and it's not a common subject you're going to see on here, but I shared it. I did. So I hope that this helps out. Helps you if you did not know that there was assistance. If that's weighing heavily upon you, how are you going to pay for the services for your loved ones? There is assistance being offered, and the phone number is listed in the description of this video, and I would give them a call. I would, so that you don't feel so heavy laden worrying about money during this time, and you can give your loved one a proper burial. And again, it's a very sensitive subject, and I can't believe I'm doing this video, you all. I can't, but I am. Of all the videos to do, I was led to do this. And so with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. And if you need to, share this video, because others may not know that there is assistance out there, that they don't have to go bankrupt and charge up their credit cards to pay for a funeral when there is money set aside. It's no guarantee, but they're out here offering. I think that they should pay. They pay for other disasters, and this is a disaster that's happening. So that's all I have to say, you all. It is. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this video has helped you out in case you didn't know about the assistance that is being provided.